Hey, what's going on, guys? Tobin here with you. Thanks for checking us on out. You're beautiful. Means a lot to me that you're here. Subscribe to the channel. You get notifications every time we post a video. Check out the Tobin and Leroy show. You guys will always get a notification when we go live, which we are doing now every single weekday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Let's get to the action from tonight. Miami Heat blowout win over the New Orleans Pelicans. The most frightening of all the seabirds. I don't know if you guys have ever been around pelicans. I'm trying to think of the nastiest ones. I would say probably by Robbie's and the Keys. They don't play. They're a little bit too cute with the food and the feeding that everybody's got going on, which, by the way, remind me, tune into the radio show tomorrow. I got a story about me saving a hawk. That's another story for another day. Could be an omen. Maybe a Hawks trade is coming. Who knows? But that happened to me today. But the Miami Heat were able to make easy work of the Pels today, 124-98. I don't even know what to do with my hands. I got to be honest with you. I'm just sitting here and I'm watching an actual NBA blowout, and I don't really know how to handle it because we haven't had this all year, it seems. Tonight, led by Bam Adebayo with his 26 points, absolutely kicking the crap out of the Pelicans every which way. The silky smooth jumper was looking good. The easy rolls to the basket was looking good. He took out that woolly mammoth of Jonas Valanciunas, who is typically a pain in the ass. I don't like facing him. I think of him as a very, very nice player. And this is a Pelicans team that has a very good record, but they have been dealing with some massive injuries. Everybody knows Zion is out right now yet again. Brandon Ingram has been out, so their two top dogs are out. They got CJ McCollum, who of course is a very, very nice player. But they're hurting. They're hurt. Herb Jones was out today too. So they were dealing with a lot of pieces out. So it's nice to see Miami start taking advantage of this stuff. It really is, because it felt like on any given night, oh, such and such is out. You never know. You're going to lose to the Lakers tonight. Oh, such as you're going to lose to the Pistons tonight. And now, oh, the stars are out. Good. Let's go crush these guys. Let's go not only get a win, but let's get a pretty handled win on tonight. And that was what's been encouraging about this. Miami's got their record to 25-21. They're sixth in the Eastern Conference. They're out of the play-in currently. They got the fifth seed is within eyesight. You also got Brooklyn being hurt. So look, it's go time. We've been talking about this. Miami has had the opportunities many a times this year to get their record to a better place, and it took a long time for them to get on the right side of 500, and now to start stacking wins up to give themselves that nice cushion. So this was that I think is the most encouraging thing from today. Bam, the dude's been fantastic all year. The fact that he's not getting the props that he deserves, is disappointing, but I think anybody who's probably tuning into me is aware of it. The guy's been an absolute killer. So many times the word aggression has been used with him. Bam, be more aggressive, Bam. He knows the buzzword is there. I don't even think it's a case of aggression. I think it's more of just a mere confidence in his skill set, his talent. He's the number one paint scorer in the NBA this year. So much was made of him needing to stretch the floor and be a guy who was a three-point shooter. And I just never fully bought into that. I'd love to see him shoot threes. Don't get me wrong. It would get me goosies. I would get goosed up for some Bam downtown. But the thing that I really, truly wanted to see from him was to be a guy who was taking advantage of his matchups, always in the post. And when he had bigger centers, that he was cooking these dudes because he's much more talented than all of them. He's much faster than all of them. He's much quicker than all of them. And that has been the noticeable thing, is you've seen him improve every year. We all have, if you've been watching the journey, unless you're just a hating charlatan bum, a pseudo expert, as the great Tony Fiorentino says. But if you've been actually paying it, we've all seen the increment steps. But this year, it just feels a little bit smoother, just a veteran calmness, I would say, not getting down if he misses some shots. It's just a wherewithal, like a will that he has that has been the thing that has stood out about Adebayo this year. And, super efficient, takes advantage of a matchup, continues to go to something because, right now he's at a spot where he may have to keep proving that he'll hit that jumper and take that jumper time after time after time. But, you look at some of the centers that have given him trouble in the past, the Valanciunas, the Brook Lopez's over the past week, and he's sticking jumpers right in their face, a la Chris Bosh, and it's been a beautiful thing to see. It really, really has. And he definitely deserves to be an all-star. He remains one of the best defenders in the league. Rebounding, facilitating, stealing, block. Just does it all, dude. I really just, if you're not appreciating what you got, Heat Nation, because he's not Joel Embiid, he's not your... Dude, appreciate what you got. I see these idiot Kings fans. They're out there. They appreciate Sabonis. They've had him for 3 seconds. You've had Bam for years now. And I don't feel like the fan base is embracing much. Although I was happy to see, I don't know if this is a thing, not a thing, but I've seen like the throwback jerseys, the band throwback jerseys got sold out. That made me happy. I'm like, let's go, dude. This guy, get yourself a throwback number 13. Looking real sweet as hell out there. That was great to see. Other big storyline from today, because it was a blowout. I mean, you got balanced scoring from all over the place. Strus, he hit 4 from downtown. Gabe Vincent, super hot start. He had 16 points. Tyler Hero was really doing it all today. This was one of those games. Tyler didn't have the 3-point shot going for him, but everything else was working. 7 assists. Max Strus had 10 assists tonight. You could tell that he'd had a good night on the floor. Like a lot of sharing the basketball was all over the place. Jimmy in 27 minutes put up 18 and 7. So he was dishing things out. But Kyle Lowry returned tonight. Aggressive out of the gate. He had 2 buckets basically to start off the game and finished with 3 buckets. But it was good to see Kyle back in the lineup, see this starting lineup together and seeing them work together. And now to see what your bench is, basically. It's Strus, Oladipo, Gabe Vincent, and Orlando Robinson right now is for the foreseeable future because he's doing a good job as the backup big when Bam is out. But, Kyle returning to the lineup, it is interesting. He, I do think, is in a spot where it's an important run for him just to kind of get acclimated to his team, get healthy. He played a lot of minutes early on in the season. There's a lot of trade fodder that's out there right now, a lot of things linking his name. I can't imagine that affecting him too much. The guy's played too long in the NBA. But certainly it's going to be interesting with him finding with the bigger presence of Oladipo, with Gabe Vincent looking great, just finding his role, finding the right spots, finding the places where he can contribute for this team. Because, he looked upon as kind of being that final piece and being the little cherry on top to the Heat's title Sunday. And it hasn't quite come to fruition. He's in a lot of ways, Kyle's best assets in his first couple of years of the Heat has almost been like being a Band-Aid, keeping it from not being a complete disaster. When Bam and Jimmy were out, he was buoying a lot of the young guys. And when they were out this year, at certain times, he's playing a ton of minutes. So, yeah, it's not maybe the spectacular things night tonight, but that I think has been the most positive thing. Now it's the case of, well, everybody's together. Can he still make some kind of an impact from time to time? Can he know when he's got things going to step in there and be like, hey, I got something here that I like? Because we know that he's got that savvy of the game and whatnot. But, I don't imagine his names I don't imagine those rumors are going to cease. I do think that there's going to be a lot of talk around him this trade deadline because there has really basically from the start. And I think the Heat, as you guys are seeing, flood with the Twitter rumors, the Reddit rumors, all the things that are going around. It feels like it's going to be a very noisy trade deadline. Just a matter of any moves are going to come out. I'm going to save that stuff for another video. But I was very happy to see the Heat get a blowout tonight, wire to wire, take care of a team that's down bad right now, keep stacking your wins, and then going into a Dallas game on Friday where Dallas not playing great right now. Not playing great. A lot of drama around them. Mark Cuban's lashing out at reporters. Luka reportedly going to management saying he wants roster upgrades. Not exactly been a trade of the Dallas Mavericks in their history. They are typically a team that swings and misses when it comes to trade deadline pickups, free agent pickups. And you got Mark Cuban lashing out at reporters. This is absolute BS. No love lost for that dude, man. anything that could add a little bit of misery to the Mavericks would make me happy, especially on the week of D-Wade's birth, especially on the week of D-Wade's birth, and Tyler Hero turning 23 on Friday. So maybe a little birthday ass kicking for Boy Wonder on the Mavericks. Looking forward to it. Good job tonight against the Pels. Got them coming into Miami-Dade Arena again on Sunday. But bam, really, really good, man. Continues to impress.